Howdy, everyone. Do you hear that music? That is the music of G Gundam. We have a very G Gundam stage today. I hope you are looking forward to it. My name is Austin. I just got done with some more testing, and good golly, am I confused. Before we talk about that, though, let's talk about this stage. We are all positioned down here in this bottom left-hand corner. And all the enemies are up in this top right. You will recognize one of these from... Nope, not that one. Not that one. The last one. But you'll recognize this one. Could I? Certainly not, it seems. From last scenario. But the rest of the team has shown up to back her up. We have all three of these like angel-like enemies. We'll get a better look at them later. They are surrounded by imitations of our own units. And then we also have the Devil Death Army, the villains from G Gundam, which is going to be our primary target. I mentioned last scenario that we really need to pay attention to how we're finishing this boss, because if we destroy Master Asia here, we will get both a unit and a special attack later that I deeply want. So we can't mess this one up. I also was kicking myself yesterday, or after I recorded yesterday. Well, so what is now probably like a week ago, maybe 3 days ago. When I set up that other view for the graphs I was working on, I could just use that to open up a calculator. So at least I don't have to do that off screen. We might pull out the calculator for bosses if it gets dire. Okay. So why the G Gundam music? We do have Domon sitting over here by his lonesome in the Shining Gundam. He was force deployed. I did not choose this. On turn 2, we're going to get 2 more units, and we're going to see what happens. Other than that, we do want to keep a few units down here in this corner, like maybe 2 or 3. I'm thinking we might leave... We could leave, like, some combination of the rest of the G-Boys. We can have, like, Saisaichi and George down here. And have them next to each other. That's our flag for this scenario is going to be down here in this corner. Can we... Because I can look at this map, I can, like, kind of know ahead of time. I don't think we can set it up that we have more than 3 in position to start, but I can be roughly within... I can get 3 in position. Not that George is ready for a map attack immediately. Should I be leaving someone down here instead that needs the kills? I mean, I would not be upset if George got a second ace. So he starts with 110. And, oh, do we not actually have... Oh, he doesn't have any parts on. That's definitely a big mistake. We can put the shuffle badges on him. He'd be at 115. Does the dragon have? The dragon doesn't have anything on it either. What happened to all my parts? These guys have it. Did I not save the preps coming back from the route split? I think I must have done preps coming back from the route split and then never saved them. Yeah, because everyone has... I just put the 3D radar, I think is what this is. It gives +2 range to attacks. I know I just put that on this preps, but I didn't think to look at everybody else because I thought they were all just in order. Huh. He still got his parts on. Yeah, that's... So Domon probably doesn't have any either. No, he doesn't. Interesting. Okay, well... That's fine. We'll handicap ourselves a little bit. Anyway, we are gonna leave 2 people here, and I don't dislike George getting that second icon, the second ace badge, so that we can start with 110 morale and then have the 2 shuffle badges on to go to 120 immediately, so we can map attack from the start. I was debating having Saisaichi land, but he can't because he is on a skyscraper, and a skyscraper is not traversable by someone who isn't in the air. It doesn't matter how much movement you have, you can't walk through them. So we'll address that later. But we'll leave Saisaichi here, and we're going to leave these 2 sitting here. That'll be fine. Okay, I know where people are going to show up, so I should be prepared for that. Oh, okay. It looks like based on my map that she is just going to arrive. She's just going to switch places with wherever this is. No matter what, we're going to be one space away. I don't think there's a way to get us there. That's a bit of an annoyance. But do we have 8 units we care about? I'm trying to get everyone set up next to a unit that's going to show up next turn. I'll start blocking out the space. I think you can see where it's going to go now. How far can they get up? He can get up here. Okay. And then we can get 4 other units. Okay, the Voltace cannot. Can the Taugeese? The Taugeese cannot. How about the Death Scythe? The Death Scythe cannot. How about the Excellence? 1, 2, 3. The Excellence can stand in the way. Oh boy. Would that bump... Oh, okay. I could have put the Excellence here. I think that would have bumped the unit 1 to the right, and that would have given us the diagonal with where the Shining Gundam can go. My mistake. I did not think of that. How about the Getter 2? You usually have a ludicrous amount of movement. Yeah, okay, perfect. We're gonna go over here then. And hopefully this... My weird goofed up formation here does not ruin us. Do I actually care about... Actually, I know what I've said before about, like, shoring up weaknesses, but I think because Zex is just so far and away upgraded that we're gonna actually not want to bother giving him the morale. We're gonna give it to everybody else. Because he doesn't need it as much. Duo wants it, definitely. And Hero definitely wants it. Hero wants the morale to get up to 0 system real fast. And Fiona wants it because she is... Not that. She's at 105, and we need 120 for our attack. Let's do that. Carrot can come up here. And we'll start moving our battleships forward. They will probably come in hand. They actually probably won't matter for accuracy or anything for this scenario, but we'll crush the chaff real fast, and then the bosses have such good accuracy that we're probably gonna need to use spirits anyway. So this probably won't matter. Okay, here we go. If you've seen G Gundam, Rain is one of the... I qualify her as a main character. She's going to show up with a new unit for Domon, and they're going to switch places. And then Saisaichi, his horse, shows up. Oh, no, she did move over here. Okay. How... I now see why I don't have this notated well. How do I notate that? Oh, I just have it in the text. Okay. This is fine. The Combattler can still get the extra bump. So I think Duo is just going to be the one that doesn't get all the extra here. I've been talking like this for a while. I hope everyone sees that we have so much more morale to hand out now. Rain also has dedication, which we could be saving for, but I think this is just the most proactive thing we can do. We do have some more dedication. I think this is also our first instance of seeing Love. Love, it's pretty much always really powerful. What it does per game is always very different. Like in the early games, it just full healed everyone. In this one, I believe it gives you Flash, Bullseye, Persist, Valor, full heal, gain, and Fortune. So double damage. You 100% dodge. Actually, I don't think it's... Wait. Let's be accurate. Let's not spread misinformation. I have the appendix right next to me. It does a lot of stuff, though. For what it's worth, while I'm finding this, it doesn't stack. It, like, actually gives you those as if they were put on you. Okay, so We have Excel, we have Valor, we have Feint. I think I've called that something different now. Strike, Yell, Luck, and Hard Work. Yeah, I've renamed most of those. So it gives Excel, which is still the same, so +3 movement. Valor, double damage. I believe I have moved Feint to Flash now. Yeah. So 100% dodge the next attack. Strike is bullseye, so 100% hit on the next attack. Yell is willpower, is Spirit, so you get +10 willpower, +10 morale. And then Luck and Hard Work are money and EXP, respectively. I'll update that afterwards to get the correct language on it. But you can give that to one person. You don't give that to everybody. But it's such a huge use of Spirit that I don't think it tends to be worth it. At least not from her, when we can just hand out 40. We can hand out 40 morale twice. We can hand out 80 morale. That seems so much better to me. I am a little disappointed that Rain just gets the Shining Gundam and she doesn't get the Rising Gundam. There's no reason they couldn't do this, but because this is the Shining Gundam, and the Shining Gundam is like the pre-evolution of the God Gundam, any upgrade points you put into the Shining Gundam are also immediately given to the God Gundam. So it's the most efficient. It's one of the most efficient spends we have right now for units on our team. There are some other units that work like this, just none that we're using right now. So we can get some extra value by starting to upgrade these too. But she has all the exact same actions as Domon did, which I do love. I love that she also gets the Shining Finger. That's great. That's excellent. They also do have the combination attacks that would make sense. So they do have Sekiha Love Love 10 Kyokan, which I will not use only for the sake of me not screaming it into the microphone. So in addition to getting God Gundam and another unit can combine with another unit that we've also gained this scenario, Funsaiki, the horse that he's riding on. Funsaiki is definitely not a combatant. It's definitely not a combatant. It's definitely a support unit. But it does give a couple of extra properties to the God Gundam. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. There's not a ton going on other than just a little bit of extra movement. Oh no, it does, and it does also offer an extra part. The God Gundam only gets one part, and I believe Funsaiki only gets one part, but together they get both of them. If this unit were also to die, Funsaiki gets destroyed, and the God Gundam remains. So it's like an extra life for it too. I think we also get one more attack. I think we do, like, this is like the unicorn head, but it's not very good. That being said, this unit is unfortunately not that good. We've chopped off the energy costs of things, which is definitely beneficial, but we really have a lot of close range actions, which is a little bit of a bummer. It's mitigated by the fact we have 7 move, but not by much. And Saisaishi good gracious, the horse, Funsaiki. You can see where the cross happened in my mind. Comes with just an excellent spirits. So if we can't get people in position, there's no reason to use. Actually, I'm here right now. Let's learn what this is called. Rouse. I don't have to use Rouse. Like we've got dedication on here too. We do also have Excel, so we can have 10 movement. If we put a booster, we put like 1 mega booster on here, we could have 12 movement, and like that's not nothing. That's maybe enough for me to go. One range is fine. But we probably are going to be using Rouse more, because it's just so good. And then we don't have enough spirit left for, we don't have enough SP left for Excel. So if we get 1 level, we will, actually, can we see what level Funsaiki is? Ooh, even better. So if we get 1 level, we will have enough SP to cast Excel once. So here's a fun little thing with multi-pilot units, where the pilots don't gain levels at the same rate. Funsaiki starts at level 38, but Domon's only level 30. When this unit gains experience, both pilots will gain the experience from the kill. But that experience will be set by the primary pilot. So right now that's Domon. So because Domon is 8 levels lower, Funsaiki will still gain EXP like he is gaining, like Domon does. The reverse would also be true, though. So if Domon was higher than Fuunsaiki, then Fuunsaiki would gain levels as if he was a higher level. So there is a trade-off to it. But that is a really cool way you can toss Fuunsaiki back and forth between Domon and the other unit we'll be getting later to benefit from levels better. Fuunsaiki's stats also do not contribute in any way to the God Gundam stats. There is, like, the God Gundam with Fuunsaiki exists as a unit that has its own stats already determined, and it just uses those when they combine. Send the Combattler up here. Yeah, now, again, we're just sending everybody forward. You know what? The Getter 2 might be able to see some combat. Yeah, it certainly can. Can never tell what their targeting requirements are going to be. Oh boy, we do also have, what did I call this? These aren't quite in numerical order on my chart because I put them in the order that they show up. Yeah, this is Zeal. I put them in the order they show up on this screen. And Zeal is right here. They are mostly in number order. Okay, so if we do that, that takes us down to 86, which means we still have 2 Valors left if we need them. Oh, okay. We can start skipping out on Valors on Go because Guy has Valor now. And Guy doesn't really contribute a lot of his SP to fight, especially now that we have 20 extra morale, so he doesn't need to use Spirit at all. He doesn't need to use the Spirit. So we can just rush in for 3 turns. I don't think that's the play right now, but once we get next to a boss, we can sit there and just wombo combo. Right, but we discovered this because I wanted to find some sort of defensive measure we can take. We'll flash. 2, 3. We can see. Well, I don't think we've seen the Getter 2 attack yet. It's something. Actually, while we're looking here, if people have played other tactics games, I feel like if you play one, you usually play a lot. These games have always felt a lot more chippy to me. Like you're gonna do a lot more chip damage for a good portion of the game, or you're always going to one shot. Where I feel like a lot of other games see the usual suspects: Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics. I've not played Unicorn Overlord yet. I do want to, but that sort of deal. Actually, hold on. Sorry, Unicorn Overlord does work more like Lost Nomad Soul Eater. There's an NIS America game that works like that, where you have like a 3x3 grid of the unit. So not Unicorn Overlord. So not that one, but I feel like a lot of those other games, you sort of have you need like 2 to 3 units. Sometimes you get one shots, but they're not like so far and above what the enemy's HP is. Is that me? Am I playing that wrong? Is this just like the experience of playing the GBA games, and that becomes increasingly less true? I guess I will say, when I played T, I did get to the point where I had the main character one-shotting basically everything other than a boss on the map, and I wasn't spending anything to do it. It was just happening. So maybe it's just the nature of these like older games. Who are we gonna throw a scythe at? Can we get next to... We could get next to somebody, but they're not gonna have the support attack to actually help with it. Are we? No, we're within range. And then... Oh, we can't land with the Getter too, because we were on that skyscraper. That's fine. We'll get our free damage in. I think these two can probably not kill it. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have Patra sit here for... Oh, good. They have the bigger rivalry support now. And then we have we've got some easy co-op attacks, some easy support attacks going on next turn. So do we have a cheer that I can use easily? Oh right, yeah. We have them from Kara. I keep forgetting. I think it's a combat unit, so obviously we've got to save those for its valors. Ha ha. Oh no, there's one in front. This one in front will be a good target. Like I said, we want to get through Psyche at least one level. This will be a really easy way to win. Well, look at that. Yeah, and then Funseki went to level 39. So he got what? 510 off of that. Oh, maybe he doesn't gain XP. Maybe he does gain XP at the same level, because he only gained 510 from it. He was at 38 before, or was that only half of that XP? Maybe I'll look back in post and figure out the math of it. Maybe he didn't gain the double XP off of gain. I do remember looking at this. Funseki is one of the only 2 units that this happens with. The other one is the G Flyer for Gundam X units later on. One, two, three. Yeah, that's ludicrous. Having boosted base damage is just like such the fastest way to increase your damage in this game. Like, you can stack other effects, but because all these effects are multiplicative, they matter so little in the face of having raw big number to start. And then we're just sort of going to cause everyone else forward. This is turn 3, so who else is moving in? The combattlers are going to start moving this turn. The bosses do not move until turn 7. Is that true for... No. The Master Asia Devil Gundam starts moving on turn 6. But that's a bit of ways, so... Just trying to think how we can move safely. This is our combattler. They probably have a 6 range attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, but isn't... I think it's one shorter on them. Do we have a scan left? Do we have to... We don't have a scan left. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm going to assume they're going to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am going to move Bright a little bit closer. I think that means he could end up taking a counterattack. But I much prefer that to get all the extra leadership. Rain is not statted for combat, unfortunately. We could have the Getter. Actually, I think I'm gonna have the Getter start in on this group in the middle here. Ooh, better yet. Oh, we can't switch to water. We can go here. and then next turn switch to Getter 3, which I think will probably be the last time we're gonna get to see it in this scenario, or in this game. And have it jump in the river over to the left. But I'll look at the Death Birdies next turn and see if they have bad attacks into water. Because the only thing we would be gaining from that is the defensive properties of it. If I remember correctly, the Getter 3 has abysmal attacks into the air. We probably could stand to finish upgrading the Getter, so we're close with him. No, it does have a 6 range now. That's fine. We will manage. That is going to pull us into the to Laliar and the. Who does Laliar drive? Hypocrisis. Okay. What are you looking at? They have B in the water and non in the water, so that's positive. B in the water and not in the water. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely. Let's take a dip. I trust someone's got to trust. Or oh, Bright's got trust. Yeah. We will leave this to Bright to heal up. All right. Also, I wanted to check if that's B in the air and B in the air. That's okay. We've got 2,000 left. No, we'll hold on to that. We have some amount of. That's not our pilot. Yeah, we've got level 7 potential, so we don't mind having a little bit of damage on us. That'll give us some armor. So never mind those support attacks I said I set up. Everything died already. Can we take out the Hypocrisis this turn? I would be dubious of whether we could do that or not. Certainly next turn. But this turn might be a tall ask. Certainly if we move like that, it will be. Trying to get rid of the 2 combattlers will matter, though. One, two, three, 4. Oh, we got 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like we've got Valor with somebody. Or not Valor, we've got supports with somebody. I don't remember who it was, though. It's probably... Oh, you know who? It was Jamil. It was Jamil because of the Fredan being deployed so often. I remember who it was now. I can feel the looseness on my buttons. I gotta get a new controller soon. Seeing as we can form relationships with anybody, I wonder how that works when you stack multiple pilots into the same unit. I guess that doesn't have to be the only answer. Okay, so like I guess it's taking from the dominant pilot, because like obviously Rain does not have love with the horse. One, two, 3. Cool. Okay, well, let's actually, can we get up there? We're close enough at Here, I said it wasn't going to matter, and that unicorn horn is the unicorn head is going to make an appearance. So let's actually figure this out right now. Fuunsaiki has 480 experience. We are supposed to be getting... Hold on, let me get a pencil and paper ready. Quick, so I can write this down. Does this have lead in it? It does. We are getting 1,288 experience. Fuunsaiki gained 460 experience. So I do believe, in fact, I was wrong before that the support pilots or the sub pilots gained levels based on what the main character did. Oh, glad we checked. We are going to need to stop and check for those kind of things more often as they come up. I can try and do it in post too, but it's a little bit more cumbersome for me. I guess everyone will know at this point because I will have already put it out. But I mentioned that I was going to have sort of a like recap, like little tidbits I've learned while we were playing. So to that, I went back and checked for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went back and checked for the support attack stuff that we were looking at. So the combination of supporting from like the air or ground and why it works sometimes and why it doesn't, and support attacking inside and support attacking inside leadership. Those were the two things I thought we were checking or was like happening and being a problem. But in testing, when I tried to go back and repeat them, I could not reproduce those effects. So clearly that's not what the actual problem is. So if they do show up again, I am going to pause at the very least to make like a save state so I can like mark down what's happening. I can go back and look at it later, but I might try and do a little figuring on camera. Because I want to know why, and if I can't reproduce it other times, that's not helpful for testing. Like there must be some element of this that I am overlooking, and I want to know what it is. The support attack, like air to ground situation, is really that one's really throwing me. I don't get it. We'll make the free one. It's fine. We should be fortuning the kills for the combattlers. They are worth a good chunk of money. We established that last turn, or last scenario too. But... yeah, give it all you got. Look at all that damage you're doing. Yeah, because they have to get close because their 1 to 4 range attack will only do 10 points of damage. It has no value in water. It has a null value in water, so it would only do 10. We didn't get to look at the mass production type Mazinger though. I'm sure it won't be that good. There we go. Yeah, this keeps us really rather safe. I do note it for some of the maps in the SOWR scenario maps sheet, but if you can play into the water, you really oughta. Great, that's fine. We will try to dodge there, and we are going to give that to the Voltace again. Because if we got to heal him already, we may as well heal a second time. Or we may as well not have to heal a second time. There we go. I also did mark. What is this now? I figured there's going to be one more here, but I didn't have it listed. 11. Okay, great. We are back here for audio. Okay, let's look down here. I think this is the first time seeing these enemies. We're going to see them pretty much throughout the rest of the game now. These are the Devil Ice Tavallas. One of the reasons why I wanted to leave these two is they are somewhat more agile, and these buggers are rather dodgy. This also wasn't necessarily the best of plans, seeing as we could have just let them come to us, but I wanted to try it and see what would happen. And we can't get a support attack there. That's fine. And we don't have enough morale yet. They do have distortion fields, so we will need to whittle them down. But we can, right? Like we easily have one dead every turn. And then, not to mention, we'll get these really weakened. So I think we'll probably have that cleared up in like a turn or two. No, not a turn, like 2 turns. So the Combattler, how do I want to take out the Combattler is, I think, the most important question. I think we're going to not take out the Combattler, and we're going to use it to pass over attacks onto the Hypocrisis we wouldn't otherwise get there. It's not a lot of damage, but it is still some damage. Right, because Bright does not have good accuracy on this, so I'd rather... Even if it's that little, I'd rather do something than... I'd rather chip something than nothing. We can give this to... We can do the Domon plan again. I think I'm pro this. Yeah, that catches him back up in a right quick hurry. And if we don't take Lally out this turn, then we've got Domon ready for the next time. All right, is there anything else that we need to know? No. If we destroy Master Asia, then... Is this also not... Hold on a second. Am I mistaking which scenario this is? Am I pulling things out of my shoes? Where's Flowchart? You do fight Master Asia in a Double Gundam a lot. One of them he retreats. I thought it was this one we have to destroy him in. Hold up. That's gaining Master Asia. That's not what we want. Oh, so spoilers, I guess. The unit we're gaining here is Master Asia. No, okay. I was one scenario off. It is next scenario that we need to destroy the Devil Gundam to get access to Master Asia. This time, it doesn't retreat. It's just fine. That said, if we destroy him first, the rest of these three retreat. So we do want to kill him last, if we can help it. Do they retreat otherwise? Probably yes. Oh, they don't. Even better. Okay, so we don't have to worry about getting percentages. They don't drop a ton of money. 8,000 is a good chunk, though. Not as much as other bosses. For how hard they are, they really do not drop a lot of money. They are just... They're difficult and annoying all the way around. Oh, I guess I probably also should be wasting spirits on them if I can help it. Like, use just absolutely as few spirits as possible. So, like, here we can bullseye, but... If they don't run, there's no reason to. And then we can save one of the, Again, we have the... Hold on, we got the appendix. Let's look at it. Use the resources you made, buddy. That's why you made them. Smite. That's definitely not what I've been calling it. We can use Smite, the thing that ignores all the defensive, all the defensive extras that a unit can have. One smite will then get it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A combo attack. No, wait, sorry, I shouldn't say that, because a combo attack is a specific thing for these games later. It just feels like calling everything by its name is such a mouthful that I'm like so incentivized to call other things. Okay. We can persist this. And that'll work. Another level of counter. I think Duo has the highest potential for counter. I think he has the highest level of counter possible. Okay, so you know what? Let's show it off. Let's look at not that one. Right, yeah, right. It can't be the whole monitor. I have to pull this out. Well, I mean, it's gonna show you the monitor, but I've gotta make the tab by itself whenever it wants to start moving. Thank you. There we go. Here we go. Much better. Okay, so we want to attack with 3,950 power. What type of weapon? We have an A, so that's weapon performance adjustment at 1. This is a melee type weapon, so we need to take our melee stat. That is 186. We have 150 morale. So we are projected to do 6,636 points of damage with this attack, not accounting for their Lalia's defensive stats. She's got 134 morale. She has 178 defense. What's her terrain looking like? I'm assuming she's got B in water. I don't know why they give some of these bosses terrains for things they will never land on. She's only ever going to fly. Why does she have a B in water? Like, why even bother? How much armor does this have? 1,400? There are no terrain bonuses because she is flying. So, as of right now, we're doing 4,452 damage. I am also ignoring the fact that we're ignoring the value of potential because we're going to smite. So, we can take a look off that for a second. I don't remember if Valor doubles that. Where does Valor double damage? Okay, it modifies the damage. Valor modifies the last damage. So like when we said we were doing 4,452 damage, we are just going to double that number to 8,904. Should be what's happening. Which is admittedly not enough to kill her. So if we drop her, dropping her morale is a waste. Instead, we can simply, did we Valor already? No, we did not. Okay, good. I'm trying to be better about not preemptively spending my my spirits if I don't have to. So we can use Megumi to flash and focus. And then that's a considerable chunk. We are increasing morale by 2 points. But we can use... Why can't we use that attack? Oh, we're short 2 morale. Okay. So we're gonna need to figure that out somehow. Can the getter have a map attack for a second? That's... Oh no, we're gonna be short 1 morale. That's such a bummer. if we needed to get this kill, we could be real cheeky and we could blow up Wu Fei because they have a strong personality. So whenever one of their allies dies, they get morale. That would make it happen this turn. That seems a little needless. So obviously what I wanted to go for was having the 5750 attack. But let's see what 3950. So this is doing 4,438. But then we need to multiply that by 1.15 times for the rivalry bonus large. So what's 15? Actually, hold on, I can do that calculation real fast like this. Equals 4438 times 1.15. That would be 5,137 if we aren't critic. So that's still not enough. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way to not have to spend a Valor if we get that. I don't think it matters which of these we kill. Actually, let's see. Now that we're close. Oh no, he had post movements before that had terrain values in water and just didn't get to use them. I do think I want to attack the fake Mazinger because everything else can die on counters. Okay. We need to drop her to another, like, 3,000 HP. I don't know if we can do that with Wu Fei, Rain, and Kara. We can try, though. And who knows, maybe I ended up spending more SP between all of my units doing this. But this feels better. Uh, 5, 8, 9. Rain does get a defensive bonus here. Oh, she's also one short. And that is unlikely to hit. I think we're gonna try and we'll have Karat heal. And if this lands, I think we're in the clear. Oh, that's just lethal. Whoops. Well, we would have had enough now. Oh no, is he not strong? Is he neutral? He doesn't care if his friends die? Maybe the Combattler's the one that's strong. Well, see, the calculations only made it worse. I should just go on vibes. That being said, if we crit, we would kill. We might not. She's got a lot more morale now. If we crit, we would just barely kill. Oh. Sad that ultimately we're still just going to spend a Valor for it. Okay, let's see if... How greedy... No, we're not gonna... Let's see how greedy we can be. 2,650. We would only be doing 2191. And that's bumped to... hold on here. We can come back over here. We should also switch this to cell F2. This is being multiplied by 1.15, and then 1.15 again. Or, sorry, 1.5. No, it's Valor. It's doubling, so we're going to do this way. This would not be enough. We need, like, one of these attacks. So let's move up to 3250. 3250. Yeah, that would be enough. And then we can... That's... Smite? I gotta try to remember the names of these things. And this will also be a good test to see if my calculator works, seeing as everything on camera always ends up getting messed up. So, oh, we do need a bullseye. Anytime I put anything on camera, I'm always getting something wrong. Hold on, we've got double damage, money, experience. So let's see, do we do... It always rounds down, so the decimal places don't matter. Let's see, do we do 7,357 points of damage? $6,612 points of damage. I did something wrong there. Hold on. There's a very quick adjustment we can make. And maybe that these two have a rivalry medium instead. I wonder why that wasn't correct. I mean, it's quite possible my calculator is wrong, but I've used it before, and it has largely been effective. Nope. Stop. Off. Oh, you know what? I bet we were using a different stat. I'll look at that next. I think that may have been a range stat rather than a melee. Well, maybe it was a range stat rather than a melee stat. The getter is running out of energy over here, but they're running out of people to throw at it, so I think it'll end up working out pretty neutrally. And then we can get up and adjacent next turn to one of these two and attack with the free attack. I will say, even if my calculator was not quite right, there is no roll in this. It's not like there's a random value that gets like moved around. It is like a perfect number. I have re-rolled the same attacks many times, generated many different, like, closing the game, reloading the game, reloading save states. Like, I've tested a lot against whether or not there was a random element to it. So I know that's not true. So okay, all these are well and truly dead on enemy phase next turn because they all decided to attack Gordon for some reason. Okay, let's see what happened here. We used no, that is a melee attack. That's so odd. Well, I won't stare at this now. I will go back and do some calculations about this afterwards. That sort of thing I don't need to like figure out immediately. Because we were off by a pretty considerable amount of damage. And that feels prone to some miscounts if we keep it that way. Seeing as many times we're missing out on kills on bosses by the difference of like 100 damage, so. These double Gundams have just the regular zombie soldiers in them, but they do still have the HP restore. But this one has a propellant tank, as opposed to, I think, this one that has, yeah, that has a repair kit. So we can chip this down and we can finish it up next turn. What's our attack range? 6? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the Taugeese in range. Domon has no business taking that. And we'll start sending the rest of these guys up through. Oh, no, Catcher does have A in water. I did not remember that. I think just because it comes up so little in the later parts of the game, there's just so few water left. There are so few stages that have water left out of them. Is it also water terrain? No, it's just ground terrain. Okay. We could get over to the getter. I don't think we need to. No, we actually probably do. We could also retreat to it. The only unfortunate part, one of the unfortunate parts of the getter is that it doesn't have a great number of really long-range post-movement options. It feels like I complement units and condemn units with the same, like with the exact same qualities to them. I don't feel like I'm like necessarily the best at expressing how important the nuance and differences that there are between these units are. Right, let's do that, and then have Carrot go from the top. And then he can resupply energy next turn, and then we can go back to ruining the rest of down here. Who's left? These two? Okay, George can map attack now. We can go over here. I don't remember if he can hit himself or not. Can we do this in a way? Oh no, we can do this in a way. We can do this. And that's 4 of them dead. We'll flash. We're going to spend a lot of SP just because it's unlikely that he's going to get back to sea combat with everybody else. And then Sai Shi can go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess by go down there, I mean go up here. Yeah, that'll work. We just need some accuracy on him. And then how far back can we go? We can stand there, right? Yeah, that is one outside the danger zone. Okay, so we'll use Fei Long. Oh, the Fei Long flags. Yeah. This is all set up. Let's see, can we map attack ourselves? Because typically it's like it's positioned such that you're like the starting point of it rather than like dropping an AoE within another AoE. Okay, yes, we can map attack ourselves, and he also still dodged. That's lame. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna try and save these if we can help it. So we can get funds off of them, yeah. One thing we also can do is we can use Fortune on... Look, we can use Fortune before we attack, and then someone can give a blessing after we attack, so that the first enemy that we fight on enemy phase is also going to get currencied. We're also going to cash out. Okay. Because these are also not worth, they're not worth nothing. That's still something. That's still, I think, worthwhile compared to how many enemies we got left. You need to resupply first. And then you sit here. And that'll be enough. And then we'll have George blessing him. Hopefully that didn't actually speed up. I did try to hit speed up there. It's like so instinctive when I hear that like kashing noise. That will definitely kill, so let's get that cashed up also. Who else had it? Who had said Karas? No. Katra. Katra's name is just so different between his katakana and what his English name looked like. I just never look at it and immediately think... Like, I never recognize it as that character at first. They are worth the same amount that the angel bosses are. They'll eventually be moving in too. We might end up losing Tis to this stage, but that's fine. She only has a extra crit. I mean, the money is the real thing we're losing there, but sitting around for like another 5 turns for her to get over to us does not feel tremendously worth it. Right, that's the Master Asia one. What are attacks that like into the water? Not particularly good, so this is maybe not our target. I think we might... You know what? We probably have enough damage. We'll probably go over and start working on the water one anyway, even if it's just a tad slower. We've got a Valor we can use if we want to speed it up. Mighty slow. We're here 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can get the Voltase in. We can't get the Combattler in, but we can get the adjacency for support, for supports and combo attacks. And because this is physical, yeah, we still got A in water then too. It's not like we're gonna get out of here any one turn faster doing this, and it doesn't pose enough of a threat to warrant the Valor. We'll just, yeah. That was roughly like 7,000-ish damage. Yeah, we can definitely take that on next turn. Easy. I wish that it would be nice if the bridges gave like 1 extra movement if you started and ended your turn on a bridge, like on roads at least. It would be a neat little bonus. I do feel like we probably could push terrain to have a lot more out of it for these games, rather than just adding defense and dodge every once in a while. There's a lot that could be done. Yeah, right, so here we're also going to get double cash for this because of the funds we have on. That was a ton of damage we took, though. A lot more than I was expecting. So I think we're going to sit here and block these next two. Yeah. Perfectly fine. We'll just full heal next turn. Oh, they started moving. Okay, maybe we'll still get her. Yeah, that's fine. Who are we setting this over to? To Domon? Totally fine with me. Okay. There's got to be a full heal in here somewhere. Yeah, he's got one. Where can we hit? We can hit... Okay, so let's make our only legal attack. We'll start with this. If it hits, great. Oh, you know, we probably shouldn't. We should probably save her for any of her spirits. Let's look at the LAOs. A little less armorful. Linear seat. I'm not gonna try and pronounce the Japanese word. We are one space away. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I think she's the least tanky, so we definitely need to spend this. Actually, before I just say this, again, we have the appendix. What is that called? That is called charge. Okay, at least I've been calling one thing. At least I've been calling one of these things right. So we could soul. That leaves us with 6 remaining. If we valor, that still gives us enough left for another charge next turn. So I think we're gonna valor instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we can stand over here and get 1 rivalry bonus. And we're just gonna park the battleship right here. That'll give a number of people some extra hit. There we go. Sweet. Okay, Hero does not need... okay, I was thinking we could move Hero out of the way and then have Wu Fei come up and attack, but we don't need to do that. We can have Wu Fei attack. Wu Fei can move up closer and get a support attack off of Domon. And then have the wing get a support attack off of... Okay, here we're gonna pause here. So look, Duo has a support attack, right, like that. He has a support attack, or he has an attack that he can land here. He has a support attack, but I'm not getting it. I will have that video up so you can have looked at it. But I've shown that when I've had other units that were in the air and other units that were on the ground, then I couldn't get the support attack between the two of them. So I don't know what's happening. Now the support attack works. Is it? I'll speculate here. I'm still gonna make a save quick. We'll plop that down here. Sorry that you can see my mouse. I like keeping the mouse active so I can point out elements of the HUD. Just because we are in a different language, I can't just say the word and make it really clear where we're looking. So I wonder if... So I was doing that support attack testing with G Gundam pilots, and they can be on the ground and can be in the air. So is it because there just isn't a... like... Even if they aren't on the terrain, because they could be on the terrain, that's what's making it happen? So, like, because Bright can't be in the water, can he not get a support attack out of someone from the water or support attack into the water? More testing is necessary, but this does give me something to look at. Okay, so we can have Hero land, that's fine. And get a support attack off of Duo. We just need to find a way to not die to this so we can persist. I don't actually think we need to Valor. We've got enough attacks coming. That I think we're fine to just do regular damage. Right, and then Wu Fei comes in. And he can focus. This is this Venus, right? Yeah, this is Venus. But I know the other one's Tis. She only has 5 potential. We've definitely hit that. That's halfway. So we've definitely hit that. I'm worried if we're gonna have enough damage with all of these. I think we will between all these support attacks. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. And then Duo comes up. He can persist and get a support attack off of Domon. Okay, that's 4,900. We do have this attack. That probably won't be enough damage, though, because of the persist. So, maybe we were better to just spend stuff. No, hold on, wait, we still got this attack. Oh, no, that's 0 now. She definitely had hit before. So clearly persist, maybe I did check this, and I'm not remembering. Clearly persist is dropping the amount of accuracy the pilot is getting. Or the amount, like, you understand what I was saying. That there's like definitely something happening with accuracy and hit because of potential, or not persist, potential activating. Like there's gotta be. Okay. Let's do XP up here. And maybe this is just a good showcase in why it's better to just spend the spirits anyway, because this still doesn't even feel safe. Like, I think I'm still tempted to... Oh, but he doesn't even have a bullseye. We'll try the focus and see what happens. But like, if I'm ultimately still going to end up spending a Valor here. I should have just spent a Valor earlier on before she got this low to make this easier. Very silly. And that was what, 8,800s? That would have been 4,400, so it actually would have been safe. I don't trust my calculator now. Gotta figure out what's up with that. I gotta figure out what's up with that. During the break. We can have him help out. It's fine. And then the getter still has fortune left. Not that one. I'm sure it'll do 4,000 damage. We're at max morale, and they are not that healthy. They're not that full up on morale. No. Oh no. Okay. Well, the Karak can finish up. This is why I gotta get the calculator back working so I can trust it again. I probably wouldn't have calced that though. There we go. See, like again here, it probably is just better. Get the Combattler over to the Carrot. And then it can get repaired next turn. And then have the Voltace just annihilate this thing. No reason to hold anything. Double XP too. Flash in case it goes wrong. That's money, not XP. Ooh, we do. We don't have. We're literally one short now. That's fine. We'll gain that during this attack. Yeah, that seems so much better. And who hasn't gone yet? Oh, and Yurika, we were keeping her in reserve in case we need it. In case we need something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she should go first on her attacks while they don't have the persist, making them really, really dodgy. Don't send that back to the carrot. Ooh, this is fun music. Oh, whoops, I wasn't paying attention. That's fine. Okay, you know what, Saisaishi can finish that one up. He's still got fortune left. And that's 100% hit, so we can clear that. Nice and easy. That was a lot of level up. I believe he gains, he gets a support attack there. Not that one. He gets a support attack there, a potential there, and a counter there. I think is what those were. Maybe George will still matter for one hit on Tess. So I think we're gonna try and kill her this turn. Using all of the things that we just learned, which is what which is to say what I already knew, and that is just hit him. So I'm gonna Zeal this turn, and then we will. Yeah, so we Zeal this turn, we Valor, and we'll Flash. We do need a Bullseye. If we can set up a Bullseye... Yeah, we still got a Valor left. We can set up a Bullseye. That will stay until next turn, so we'll keep that for all three of these attacks. Didn't even need it. Open Get. We probably don't even need all of these turns. So we have another turn. We're going to Zeal again, so we get another turn after this one. We will Valor again. We're out of spirits there. We still have the Flash up because we Open Get dodged that rather than through the Flash. And then we still have another turn. Though this one's going to go to the Combattler because we are out of fun. We are out of funds on the Getter, but we can switch to the Getter to get the support attack. Yeah. We'll Valor. We Fortune. We gain. We need a Bullseye. Where is it? Not there. This one. It would be safer if we healed first, but I don't think we're going to need to. Let's get the attack in. If I lose the Combattler here, I just... I think this is the Tayuga Tell. I do love how small it is. It does have a second robot. It summons to like do a lot of its attacks for it, but it's just tiny. It's just a little guy. Incredible. And then we can still. Okay, we just have one enemy left. We've got an Excel left. The Getter can come up here and help. This is why Zeal is busted. Especially if you can get Especially if you get, we're out of SP every a scenario where you only have to kill the boss. So, like, if we were trying to clear really fast, and we didn't do that with any of the, we didn't do that with any angels, and we just rushed towards Master Asia, we could have been done like 4 turns ago. It's not a lot, but it counts. And you know what? That's not an inconsiderable amount of how much energy did that take off of that attack. Was it? It was 20. Yeah, we can also try to like shred some of his energy to make other attacks safe. Well, this won't matter no matter what we do, so never mind. We're gonna need to bullseye for these, which is okay. Do we have a dedication left we can use? We do not. So we don't get the Valor here. No, we do not get the Valor here. Oh, I guess we don't need to have attack animations on either. But this is also... I just looked down at the time. This is why I should not have been worried about the length of videos. I knew we were going to start creeping into the hour-and-a-half long territory. I know. They just take a while at the end game. If you aren't, like, trying to speedrun it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no matter what, the Sandrock's not going to get over there. That's okay. I think the Voltase is going to be our finisher. Like I said, we have this charge left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That puts us right next. That puts us in a good grouping. Okay. We will move the Nail Argama over for, I think that's like 20 extra hit. Not quite 20, but I gotta turn the attack back off. That's a shame. Okay, so we can charge. Go here for another attack. I do want to protect myself somehow. We're going to focus to try and land that, and then persist. And then we get a support attack off of Duo also. And we turn the attack animation off. Maybe we aren't going to fit. We probably can't end it this turn. We're going to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can move Domon out of the way. Well, the fact that he does not have Bullseye is such a bummer. Because, like, look at this. Look at this. This 54 is not cutting it. Okay, I had to click back onto this to make sure I was hearing things correctly. This is like a very different rendition of is this Ultimate King of Hearts, I believe. Oh, never mind. That is the one advantage with Domon. He does do just a stupid amount of damage. He does have the highest melee. He's got the second highest or the highest melee? No, he is the second highest melee in the game. Obviously, we have another candidate for that having higher melee, being Master Asia. This is not a good example. This is the sickly Master Asia that he's got the DG cells on him. The actual Master Asia we get looks a lot more youthful. Okay, so Yuriko can give the fortune. Oh, we still got enough to. We can daunt too, just for the heck of it. And that way we can Valor and we can focus. Yeah. May as well get Wufei over here too. I'm pretty sure those stack. I'm fairly confident that those stack. And then if this doesn't work, we have the Voltes to finish up there. Maybe that's it. Every time I say it's not gonna work, I find a way to do it. And every time I say it is gonna work, it just doesn't. I need to like elementary school. It's opposite day myself whenever I'm playing on camera, and then everything will work out fine. All right, there we go. Good gracious. I think the Lalia one counts as our boss mess up this time. We at least didn't drop a kill. Another we could have. None of them could run away. We could have accidentally killed Vestorasia before we meant to. But I will go back and take a look at what if I like did those calcs wrong. I swear I've looked at that calculator many times and it has always turned out correctly. I guess, hold on, sorry. For full disclosure, I even haven't noted on the calculator. The only time that the math just does not check out is checking the accuracy on a super small sized unit, which the only one in the game, to my knowledge, is the Vega motorcycle, the Valkyrie. Everything else is either small or larger. Like even the little plane that comes out of the Excellence is. Can we take a look at it? Like even that's a small. The only thing that's smaller is just the Valkyrie. And that's the only thing I can't, like, the calculator has not gotten fully right, and it's only ever been off by like a couple of percentage points, but like 1,000% damage difference. Something is on there. If I had to guess right now, my hypothesis is that it's going to be where the support bonuses from being next to people for damage were taking place. Like I calculated 1.15 times damage from being next to the Combattler. I'm pretty sure that was the big size damage, but that might apply to the damage before defense is taken off rather than after, because that'll make a big difference. But I'll go around and I will go back and play with that. If I can figure out an answer before next video, I will comment on it. If it ends up being particularly interesting and not just that, like, boy howdy, you sure just did your math wrong, I'll make a little video about it too. I'm kind of liking this as the like flow for the channel, is whenever I find something interesting or worth talking about, I'll make a little aside about it. So we both get like playthrough and like data analysis. I'm just as excited to see the flashing lights and pretty colors of giant robots punching each other, and also opening like 3 spreadsheets and running all of them at the same time. And hopefully you all are too, because it's gonna keep happening, probably even more so as we get even crunchier. That's all I want out of games anymore. If you have some thoughts on what happened there, I'll also happily hear it. I will say, I suspect we'll still get these anyway, but I will say, I am familiar with the equation that is purported to be the damage formula for our online, and I have checked that, and I know that hasn't worked in the past. So I am working with my own, and I'm trying to reverse engineer it. I know we have some formulas for the OG Saga also, and I know those don't work here either, just because of how OG Saga looks at like some of these stats. Even the terrain rankings are not the same. So I know those don't work for sure. Well, if everyone is, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out in the comments. If we need to do more about this, I'm happy to. But that could be a future problem. For now, I will let you go. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all being here. As long as a couple people are getting enjoyment out of this, I would count this as a massive success. It's a little known game, so we don't need a big following. We just need a tight following of people who are really invested. That's what I want. So I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you'll stick around to watch.